and I am about ready to do an acrylic pour, an acrylic dirty pour, and I'm not going to show you how I mix my paint because it's kind of a long process, and there's a lot of videos out there on how to mix your paint. There's a lot of different preferences and techniques, but I will show you the colors I'm using. So the test today, or the thing that I'm trying to go for, is to find a red that works for me, that doesn't give me too much pink when it blends with the white. So today I'm using what am I using? I think it's it says Naphthol Red Medium. Gosh, I've never even heard of that usually. I thought it was going to be Deep Cadmium Red. But it's made by Amsterdam. I don't know if this is backwards for you or not. And so this is the big ticket right here. This is the thing I want to see what's going to happen. So I'm going to do a dirty pour today, and I'll show you how we do that. This is so much fun. So really the reasons I'm recording, well, everybody does it, but it is so inspirational. I find myself talking to the ladies or the cashiers in line, you know, at Michael's or wherever I go, just talking about have they ever done this, because it's such a rewarding form of art on canvas, and anyone can do it. Now, yes, you do get better and better and better, but seriously, anyone can do it. I'm at a stage where I'm trying to control my results a little bit more, and if I don't like something, not to flip out, but to try to work with what I've got here. Hold on, I have to turn off the fan. Okay, can't have the fan on while we're pouring because it'll cause the acrylics to dry too much. So I will tell you the colors though. I just told you the red. I am using a black, and I'm using two different brands, Liquitex Black and Flow Acrylic Black by Artist Loft. I mixed those two, and I'm also using Burnt Umber by Artist Loft, and I have mixed my own tan using the Burnt Umber and white. Now, comically enough, when I was setting up the camera, I knocked this all over my canvas, which it's okay. We're still flying half a ship. So I did lose some of it, but my biggest concern was the silicone that I put in here, because when the silicone touches the canvas first, it repels paint. So it's never a big deal if you spill paint on your canvas while you're pouring your cups, because it's just going to get blended in and poured right on top of. But I am concerned about this area because there is a little bit of silicone in here, so I wiped it off and I sprayed it with Windex. I don't know if Windex is going to cut the silicone or not. So and then I'm using gold. I'm just going to give it a little stir because it's looking a little lumpy to me. I've put a little bit of silicone, just a drop or two. I don't usually put silicone in my gold, but I did today, and my gold this is my favorite gold. It's by Deco Art Metallic, Americana Decor Metallics Gold, 24 karat gold. As far as silicone, we use this Ticket Separation. In the artist world, we call it cells. I'm using treadmill belt lubricant, and I just put a handful of drops in my red, in my beige, in my burnt umber, and a little tiny bit in my gold. So without further ado, this is how this is done. And this is not the only way to do it. And my black gets thick so quick. And I always want to have like some water. This is how I do it. I don't know, did you see that? Just a drippity. The black seems to get thick a little quickly in my world for some reason, and I find I'm always having to add. You want a consistency of honey. Now I've been doing a runnier consistency lately because I like to be able to spread my paint easily around the canvas. That is a pro. The con is that when it dries, the edges get kind watered down to where if you use thicker consistency, your edge is going to look more finished. If you're using the gallery wrapped canvas, that's what you want. And I actually meant for my paints to mix up a little thicker today because I was even going to go one level thicker, and my white got thin, and it's just, I didn't want to, I was tired of mixing. So I've got 3 cups of white here. Never can have too much white. And here we go. I want to make sure I'm back in the frame. Sorry about that, guys. I am a new videographer. All right, so we're going to start with black. Why not? I, more often than not, start with white at the bottom of my cup, but I'm not going to do that today. For no real particular reason. I want to try to avoid pink. Even if I get my white and red next to each other, I'd like to avoid pink, but I think I'm going to go the extra step and try not to put my red next to my white. So I'm going to pour the red first, and I'm going to do it carefully so it kind of sits on top. And I want a lot of red in this because this is my only standout color. The rest of my colors are kind of neutral. A little low. It's okay. I can always mix some more, but I'd rather not. This is kind of the boring part. The fun part is when I flip the cups. At least you'll get to see this whole process. And I think I'm actually, since this one has lots of red, I'm going to switch so that when the pink comes out, I won't have this bottom half having very little red. It'll be a little bit more, I don't know, strategic. Okay, and then for in the spirit of keeping the colors apart, I think I'm going to do this. Why not? And I think I'm going to build up my, okay, so I'm using the beige. This one has a little bit of silicone in it, and I'm a little concerned I made it too thin. I don't really like that, but yeah, I honestly feel like I'm not going to have enough paint. We will go with it because there's no mistakes, and I've got plenty of white over here, and white always looks good. Now I'm going to go with my raw umber. I'm just giving it a little tiny stir. I'm going to start over here since this one seems to be the lowest. Brown. And I was hoping that this would end up a little bit more layered. Meaning, that's why I wanted to do my paints. Thicker today. I wanted them to stay a little bit more separated, but you know what? It's all good. And I think I will do my gold. And I'm just gonna, the higher you pour, the deeper the color will sink. Does that make sense? Truth, I am quite concerned about not having that color. You know what? I'm just not worried about it. I am not. I think I'm going to put a little black, and then I'm going to top it off with white. I should have known. You know what? I knew I was going to use plenty of white, so I'm not going to freak out. I am not. I'm not going to freak out. Okay, here comes the white. So it will undoubtedly touch my red. Just see what happens. telling you, you can almost never get too much white. I never regret putting plenty of white in. And I think, as a matter of fact, because I want it to be okay, I think that's fine. Got some white left over. I'm just going to smear this around just a little. Okay, so this canvas I've actually painted on before. If you can probably tell, it's kind of hazy looking. And I didn't like what I got. And so, all right, here we go. We're going to flip. I didn't like how it turned out. Lots of times I'll just let it sit because I mostly like it while it's wet, and then sometimes they dry and I just don't like them. And if I find myself walking past something several times going, eh, then I know it's time to scrap it and do something else on top. So what you can do is just get some gesso, white gesso. It's called Gesso, gesso, and you just switch it over your canvas, and you can do it again. Now I'm just putting white around the edge to help the flow, because the paint flows better over parts of the canvas that have paint on it, and I don't want to find myself stuck. Edges. Next time I do a video, I'll try to focus a little bit more on how I look. Get my face in there a little bit more. But it's freaking hot, and my shop is not climate controlled. I have a big, huge fan. My husband calls it the Jesus fan because it's so big, and so he calls it the king of fans. So he calls it the Jesus fan. It's really cute. Okay. But I can't turn it on while this part is going on because we can't have this drying too quickly. All right, you guys ready? This is the fun part. I didn't get much more out of that. Okay, here we go. Isn't that pretty? Amazing! Let's just stick that right there. Ooh, I just love this color combination. Look at the red! Oh, I love it so much. Just love it. I love how, like, this one's got a little bit more blacks and this one's really bright red. This one's going to have a lot of red. Remember we switched the cups? This is the one that didn't have much red. Look at the golds. Aren't they pretty? Can you see that? I should turn the light on in here. Let me run and turn the light on. Oh, can you see that? Can you see in there? Let me turn the light on. I told you I was a new videographer. Okay, the light will become a little bit better. All right. Oh, can you see that? I don't know if you can see it. Isn't that just so awesome? All right, so the next step I hope I have enough paint, but again, if I don't, I have my white. Is I'm going to torch because I don't like the little tiny bubbles, and when you torch at the end, it pops little pinhole size bubbles, and I don't like those. So I'm going to torch now. Torching just kind of, it pops the bubbles because when you stir the paint so much in the mixing process to get it ready for the pour, you get a lot of bubbles in there, and you can't have it dry like that or dry when you don't want it to, because then it pops holes and the finish you thought you were getting is not what you get. I think I need to invest in a different kind of torch. Come on, baby. I'm really hard on my torches. Forget it. I think I've got enough. Okay. Now for the fun part. Alright, we're going to tilt. Now, I'm shortest on paint over here, but I like to tilt in the direction where there's the most paint. So we can always bring in some white if it doesn't work out for me, right? Hold on one second. I must move. I've done a, see, here's a finished. You can see that. This is a finished. This is for some family friends. She did a favor for me, and so I painted for her. Okay. Let's see. Okay, back. Okay. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm just going to believe in this. I'm going to believe in this. This is the scary part. The fun and scary part. Okay, here we go. I hope you can see. I'm going to try not to lose much off the edge. I saw this one girl, she made herself, she calls it an edge catcher. I think she made it up, but it's just like a piece of plastic or something that, I'm gonna get it everywhere first before letting it go off the edge. That stops the paint from dripping. She's able to save the paint. I think it's a great idea. Okay. Back to me. I hope you guys can see this. I'm just going to go for it and let it roll. I think I like that, and I'm just going to let it come off this side just a wee bit. Isn't this fun? Got that little spot. I'm concerned about it covering. And there it goes. Okay. What do you guys think of this? Okay, so what happens is, and I think I'm going to leave that right there, I love that, is that this will continue to develop and separate. And then it's up to us to decide if we like what we see. And if you think that you're short on white, and I see that white coming up through here, and I'm going to bring the camera down in just a minute and give you a close-up of this because this is off the hook. So one of the keys in doing this is in your pour is not to freak out, not to get frantic. So I am just getting to that stage where I don't, where I just stay calm and I realize I've got a little bit more working time than I think. So let it just do its thing, okay? Because you're gonna see all this action start happening. This looks like stone to me. And then after just, 3 or 4 minutes, if you think it needs a little something else, you can always come in, like with your white, right? I gotta put my glasses on so I can see this better. Hold on. I would rather not get paint all over my glasses. And I might torch it. I want to be careful. Yeah, I think I'll try to torch it and see what happens. I do like these colors.
Changed it. I've done that before. Hey, whatever, to get it warm. Someone's probably watching this and going, oh my god, girl, you are singeing the top of your painting. I don't know. I've done it before. It keeps the heat going. And it didn't singe it. So I'm sure there's people better at this than me right now that are laughing at me. I don't care. Alright. I am gonna leave it. It's a little busy, but it's really cool. I don't know. Okay, when I say a little busy, I like to see... So you kind of got to try to imagine it from different directions. Here, let me bring the camera down. Let me take these gloves off, and I will show you. Close up. Close up, close up. Hopefully... I hope you can see it. Can you see it okay? I'm looking at it from the back. All right, I'm just gonna give you a cruise. Isn't this something else? See, and you saw what I did. It didn't take any particular eye. Now, I really am still tempted to run some white through it, especially over there. I don't know. I kind of want to. I think I'm going to. Yeah, I'm going to. Okay, you guys can watch what that looks like when someone does that. Can you see it okay? Ooh, sorry. I know, what an amateur, huh? Okay. Okay. It's totally really pretty, but I do feel like I want something. So I have to get my spatula. Sorry guys. I told you I'm an amateur. Is this one going to be too big? This might be too big. I can do two. Alright, that's what I'm going to do. Don't freak out, everyone. Like it needed something a little bit more like that. Hold on. Don't worry, it doesn't stay exactly like that. See? Do you see how those bubbles pop up? Separation happens.
Okay, I'm not talking, I know, but this is the time. Now that I did that, I feel like I want to do a couple more strips of white. I hear people, no, don't do it, don't do it. See, but I envision it going this way. This will continue to evolve. Help it a little bit. And something in me wants to bring a swipe right there of white. Gotta look at it. Yeah, I love this area. I mean, it's all really pretty. Here's my light. I know. People are like, leave it alone. This is what I mean though about you're not necessarily stuck with what you pour. You can add, and that's the beauty of it. All right. Yeah, you like that. I think that's what it needed, guys. I don't care what you say. I don't care. See this area right here? See? Remember I put a straight line through it, but look at those cells. It doesn't stay like that, so don't freak out. Don't be panicked. The only person that should be panicking is me breathing in all this propane. And I think I need to invest in a different kind of tank. Okay, well, that's it, guys. I think I'm going to let it dry like that. I need to find a better place for things to dry. If you do this, make sure when you're drying, oh, one more thing. You can go in, or you should go in and, oh, sorry, a few more things. It saved me some trouble if my edges are all covered. Oh boy, you guys are seeing me with that. I painted today. I'm getting my nails done when I'm done with this. I wasn't going to let you guys see my nails like this. They look terrible. But it is the painter's life. So I'm trying to be more diligent with my gloves, but I am so impatient, especially if I'm on a learning curve. I'm trying to learn something. Oops. I never figured that's part of the painting now, ladies and gentlemen. Especially if I'm on a learning curve, I have to move. I just don't care. I just want to hurry up and get the, because my head moves quicker than I can move my paint, my hands. And so when I do something, and I figure it out, then I want to hurry up and try what I always learn something every time I do a painting. And then I want to hurry up and do another painting so I could put into practice what I've just learned and have a successful painting if I didn't like the one that I learned off of. And I find myself a disaster. Also be careful you don't put your stomach in painting. I've done that before. Okay. I think I'm going to live with that. What do you guys think? Oh. I like it, and I like these color combinations. So if you don't get full coverage on the side, that's okay. You can come in with a paintbrush later and fix it. But this is what I was going to do a second ago. You want to take your finger or some sort of, you know, scraping object and run it along the bottom and get off the drips, because the drips will continue to pull the paint. It's like a heavy little dumbbell. And it just keeps pulling the paint, and then you come back later and your painting looks completely different than the way you left it. They usually do evolve for a while, or a little bit, but again, it's about being able to control your results somewhat, right? So, alright, Tamara with Loft to Paint, painter's hands, painter's clothes. I did have some cool 49er barbecue aprons that I was using out here, but they have slowly gotten too used up, so I'll have to have Cameron bring me some more. But this is Tamara with Loft to Paint, and thanks for joining me. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video.